They call them AI detectors, machines that promise to tell the truth, that a number on a screen can define what is real and what is artificial. But the reality is darker, stranger, and far more unfair than anyone admits. Imagine a student who worked tirelessly for months, maybe even years, on a thesis. Every paragraph carefully researched, every argument considered, every sentence checked. They submit it, thinking it is safe, thinking it is a reflection of their intelligence, their creativity, their work ethic. Then, one day, a screen lights up with a number, 99% AI. Their degree, their achievement, suddenly hangs by a thread. The same happens to a writer. Years of careful storytelling, revision after revision, suddenly flagged. Publishers reject the work. Friends, colleagues, even mentors might doubt them. All because a machine decided that their text was not human enough. And the strangest part is that this machine is not even looking for lies. It is not judging morals, intelligence, or originality. It is judging patterns, repetitions, predictability, perplexity, burstiness. It measures the randomness of sentences, the way words appear next to each other, the rhythm of thought, and then declares a verdict. Too perfect, too clean, too structured? Must be AI. Messy, chaotic, full of typos? Definitely human. The world has started to measure humanity through algorithms, and those algorithms do not understand life. They do not understand struggle. They do not understand skill. They only see patterns. We ran some of the most iconic human texts through these detectors to see what would happen. Hemingway, with his concise and deliberate style, flagged. The U.S. Constitution, a carefully constructed document meant to govern millions of people, flagged. Even the Bible, countless human hands refining every word for centuries, flagged. Machines had decided these works were not human, and yet every word was written by people, by humans with intention and thought. The irony is almost unbearable. These so-called truth machines are nothing of the sort. They are pattern matchers masquerading as judges. They promise objectivity, but they deliver confusion, fear, and, in some cases, injustice. Reddit became our laboratory. Anonymous users posted screenshots, shared their experiments, described their frustration. We focused on 5 detectors that are currently the most widely used: Originality.ai, GPTZero, ZeroGPT, Copyleaks, and Winston AI. We started with what we call the clean test, fully human writing. Essays, stories, forum posts, research notes. We submitted them all. The results were illuminating and terrifying. Originality.ai was often the most aggressive. Even minor mistakes, minor style choices, anything that deviated from the chaotic human norm, triggered false positives. It flagged humans as AI far more often than any other tool. GPTZero showed fewer false positives, but still, it often labeled structured, concise writing as suspicious. ZeroGPT fluctuated, sometimes uncertain, sometimes confident. Copyleaks and Winston AI had their own quirks, sometimes overestimating AI content, sometimes underestimating it. Then we ran the hybrid test. 50% human text, 50% AI-generated text. This was where the confusion became visible. Some detectors hesitated, oscillated between human and AI predictions, clearly unsure where one ended and the other began. The graphs we generated showed signal waves reacting to the AI scores, rising and falling, creating patterns of noise and misinterpretation. The detectors respond not to truth, but to style, to rhythm, to predictability. A perfect essay can appear artificial. A sloppy paragraph can appear human. The machines are not arbiters of reality. They are, in a way, imposters, reading only the surface, unable to grasp the underlying intelligence of a human mind. The science behind these detectors is deceptively simple. They focus on perplexity, a measure of randomness in text, and burstiness, the variation in sentence length. AI-generated text, even highly advanced, tends to be somewhat predictable. Words follow each other in patterns, sentences fall into a rhythm. The detector identifies this regularity and interprets it as artificial. On the other hand, human text, full of variation, sudden tangents, mistakes, and unique turns of phrase, appears safe because it is less predictable. But the paradox is evident. Clarity, precision, logic, and style, which are hallmarks of good writing, are often misinterpreted as signs of artificiality. Detectors are themselves AI models. They are trained to detect the predictable nature of other AI. It is a mirror reflecting a mirror. In essence, the detector is a machine trying to catch other machines, but in doing so, it becomes blind to human brilliance. If you write clearly, if you write carefully, the detector sometimes thinks you are a machine. If you write badly, if you make errors, if your sentences fluctuate wildly, the detector believes you are human. This is the paradox of the modern AI detection world. The more perfect your work, the more suspicious it becomes. The problem escalates when we consider famous texts. The U.S. Constitution fails the detector. It is flagged because AI models have trained on it extensively. The words are so well known, so predictable in sequence, that the detector interprets them as generated. Hemingway fails too. His concise, deliberate sentences appear too uniform. Even the Bible, polished over centuries, fails. Meanwhile, writing full of typos, messy logic, and inconsistent grammar passes as human. Excellence becomes a liability. The very skill and mastery that should protect a writer or student now becomes a mark against them. We are, ironically, punishing the most skilled, the most careful, the most human. This is not speculation. It is the observable reality. Every screen, every percentage, every alert becomes a reflection not of truth, but of bias. Humans adapt. As detection technology evolves, so do humanizers. Tools like StealthWriter or Quillbot emerge to humanize text. They insert randomness, change sentence structure, add errors, and imitate the messy, irregular style that AI detectors expect from humans. The cycle begins. Detectors evolve, humanizers evolve. Each iteration adds distortion. The clarity of thought becomes obscured. The message becomes noisy. It is a cat-and-mouse game, but the mouse is reality, and the cat is pattern recognition. The more sophisticated the tools, the more chaotic the system becomes. The visual representation of this is striking. Text distorted by chromatic aberration, lines shifting, colors misaligned, glitches that simulate the corruption of truth. In this world, clarity is an illusion, and perception is manipulated by the interplay between human intent and algorithmic judgment. What does the future hold? If machines cannot reliably distinguish humans from AI, what does it mean for truth? The percentage on a screen becomes meaningless. The judgment of AI detectors is not infallible. It is probabilistic at best. Process-based evaluation offers a solution. Instead of evaluating only the result, the final text, we focus on the process. Drafts, revisions, annotations, notes, edits. These traces of human effort convey authenticity. They reveal the story of creation, the labor behind every word. This process cannot be fully simulated by AI. It is human. It is real. As detection technology reaches its limits, as algorithms fail to catch the nuance of human creativity, process-based evaluation becomes essential. The signal is noisy, the feedback is distorted, but the evidence of human thought is embedded in the work itself, not in a machine's estimation of randomness. After analyzing every major detector, the conclusion is clear. No tool is perfect. GPTZero may perform the most consistently, but it is still far from accurate. Originality.ai is too aggressive. ZeroGPT, Copyleaks, and Winston AI each have significant blind spots. They can misclassify, confuse, and intimidate. The industry is not offering truth. It is offering a flawed mirror of probability. Humans must remember, no percentage, no alert, no AI label can define their creativity, intelligence, or skill. Machines can guess. They can mislead. They can intimidate. But they cannot replace judgment, context, or understanding. Reality exists beyond the machine. Clarity exists in thought, skill, and effort. The signal may be fading, loops may grow, but the truth remains human. It resides in our choices, our labor, and our ability to create. It is not in numbers. It is not in percentages. It is not in algorithms. The truth is in you, in the way you think, the way you struggle, the way you express yourself. So when you face a screen that says 99% AI, remember this. The machine does not know you. It does not understand the effort behind the words. It does not see the human story that shaped them. Do not let a machine define your reality. Do not let a number on a screen dictate your value. The detectors are flawed, the signals are noisy, the percentages are guesses. Your creativity, your work, and your humanity cannot be quantified so simply. In the end, the truth is not inside the machine. It is inside you. And no AI detector, no pattern matcher, no algorithm can take that away. The signal may be fading. The loops may twist endlessly. But clarity, effort, and humanity remain. They cannot be flagged. They cannot be measured. They cannot be simulated. And in that, there is hope. In that, there is victory. In that, there is the final word. The machine guesses. Humans know.